to show you how to run the Monday morning, what would you call it, the new customers report. This is also a part of running month end. So Mike Mitchell, you might want to pay attention to this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to fire off Tim's and go ahead and connect. And I'll log in for you. It's just easier for me to log in here. Okay, so log in with your current Windows credentials for Tim's. Wait for Tim's to fire off. Okay. Now you'll still be going to Tim's reporting and fire off the report viewer, just like normal. And I have Michelle Featherstone here with me today, who's helping me because I have no idea what we're doing since we have changed the process. All right, so go ahead and expand Tim's reporting. Go ahead and expand Linweld. Now, in the past, you would go down to the bottom, down here where it says track about customers and track about tax code. But now, you are going to come up here to the top, and you're going to run these reports. So always run the tax code first, and then your customers. So notice we're doing the tax code one first. Yep.
This is different now.
Okay.
Maybe not for him,
So
but it was for me.
So my headset can pick you up. So just go ahead and explain what we're doing here.
So you're gonna pick, and in the written instructions, which we can send you electronically, it will show exactly what to enter in here. There's 3 zones that will be included in this: the bulk north zone, the packaging north zone, and the packaging south zone. Those are the 3 zones.
Okay.
Now it's kind of weird because you can't just. Okay, this time it worked on yours, but it doesn't work on mine. I have to like move over and click in the region.
Okay.
But whatever works, however you get there, I don't care.
As long as those 3 zones are chosen.
Yep, then over here there's like a bunch I have listed. And if you screw this up, you'll screw up the whole report. So...
And we do have this on written documentation as well.
Bulk region, yeah, you won't have to sit and figure this out or remember it on your own. And I'm just clicking through North Central, North Region, Northeast Region, Production and Admin, and then we go South Central, Southeast Wisconsin regions, West Central region, and West region. And these are hard to read because the box really isn't big enough to show North Zone on the end. But most of them do show. They are actually North Zone on the end. Now, this one.
Now, make sure you do not miss a region, Mike.
Yeah, make sure you don't miss a region. But the thing is, if you don't get the region right up here, then your territories won't all come up. So you'll know from the list if you're missing one. Then you can just go back and look at what you missed for the region.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. Here's a tip for you for these next ones that I'm going to pick. They all, except for the very bottom of the list for the territories, they all end in 6. But you don't pick every single one of them. So like the first ones are like B16 through 96.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be...
So they all end in 6.
Yeah, which kind of helps, you know. Then it moves on to C's, which starts with C56. Okay, but just FYI, we're not going to put in C56 because that's for Egan, and it has not gone live yet. We don't know for sure if it's going to go live for tomorrow.
Okay, so we're skipping C56, but in the future we might choose C56.
Right, I'll let you know once they go live. Yesterday it was up in the air whether they were going to go live as of tomorrow or not.
Okay.
So if that does happen, maybe when you run this report for month end, you can ask Troy or myself at that time, and we'll have a better idea.
Now, since today is month end, and we're running it now, I don't know if we'll still have to run it again later this afternoon or not. You know, if Mike will have to run it this evening or not. So, Mike, if you run it this evening at 6 or 7 o'clock and it shows that there's 0 new customers, it could be that it's because we're running it now. Man, this turned into a giant pain in the ass, didn't it?
Well, yeah, and it's not, I think this was, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it was set up by Rick Billingsley, and he didn't want to do it any other way because he wants to keep it low maintenance for other people that end up using this at some point or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll ever happen, but my thing is it would have been nice if we could have had a search thing in here where we could save our search, and then we only have to go in here and set it up once and use it over and over and over again. But this is what we got, so this is what we're working with.
Yep.
And then, see, every one of these ends in 6, even though the new Wisconsin locations up here, they end in 6 also. So it does kind of help you, but these next ones, they don't.
My eyesight's getting so bad I can barely even see that.
The last one. Okay.
Okay,
so
so
that's it.
N70 was the last one, right?
Yeah, N70.
Okay.
And then you click on View Report. And then if we had a search, then we would go in and save this once, and then we could use it for the next report.
Now this is just for the tax code.
Yep. So this one we do just like we normally do.
Now, I just want to note here, when we're exporting this, what are we exporting it as?
We export it like normal to Excel.
To Excel. Okay,
Yep.
Did you hear that, Mike? We are exporting it as an Excel file.
Where
you
do
can
you
put
want
it,
this
you can put it in
at?
my H drive, just right there.
Just right here?
Yep.
Okay. Then you go to this other one.
Okay, so now we're doing the customers.
And we're doing it over again. So it'll be bulk North Zone, and then it'll be packaging North Zone.
Okay, so we're doing the same exact zones, correct? The same zones.
Yep, it'll be duplication, so it'll get really old in a hurry, right?
Okay.
Just being honest.
The same regions and the same territories?
Yep.
Okay.
So that helps. If there's any way you guys can think of that we could somehow get it set up
To automate it.
Well, that we have a search that we can save in here, that would be awesome. So these will be, where's my bulk region? Oh, North Zone, that's the first one. Central, East, North Central, North Region, Northeast, Production and Admin, South Central, Southeast Wisconsin, West Central, and West Region. Okay, here we go again with the
territories is the long one, isn't it?
Yeah, what I do is I go B16 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you look on those, so it's going to be all the 6s at the end.
One's an end in 6.
Yeah. 5, 6. But you got to watch what you're doing.
Yeah. Because
7,
when you get to C,
8, 9.
you don't do C16 or 26 or 36.
Nope, you start at C56, which I'm not going to click on that one because
that's
they're not
Egan.
live.
That's
Right.
Egan.
And I have a note on here for us.
Now, again, just notating here, Mike, we're not clicking C56 today, but that is Egan. However, we may be clicking it by next month end.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 for the D's. And then D66, and then D76 and 86. And then it goes to E. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are all of these that end in 6. Oop.
Nope, 79.
See, I just caught myself.
Yep.
It's very easy to get these wrong. You might have to sit really close, Troy.
I know, I was just sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, I can barely even see these.
Okay, so these I just know that they're these just because I've worked with them for so long. The Wisconsin new locations.
And this is all on the documentation.
Yep.
Yep.
They're just in a long list, and I thought about, like putting them in little boxes, and
Yep.
I think this is just easiest, and it's
I
clear
like
on the
that.
left side, so you can hold it. F26 N61 and N70.
N70 is your last one.
View report.
Now click on View Report.
Okay, so this one, we do it as CSV.
Now, so the tax code one that we did earlier, we exported as an Excel file. However, this one, which is the customers, this one we're exporting as a CSV, comma, delimited.
Yeah, I'm just double checking my instructions on here, and I have click on
CSV.
CSV. Yeah.
Yep.
Because we haven't actually walked through these to make sure they're correct, but so far it's going well.
Yep.
And then once this gets done,
Just drop it there in the H drive as well.
save it. And then now you can...
We can close out of Tim's, correct?
Yep. I'm just going to minimize that for now.
And then if you go into my H drive here, I always like to take them out of the H drive.
And drag them up there?
Yep, drag them, drop them on the desktop. They're just easier to work with. I notice that sometimes I just have problems sometimes when I'm working on them from my H drive, so I like to drop them on my desktop. So
now that I'm in here and I've drug them up there, I'm going to delete these out.
I agree.
Because we don't need them. And then when you're in here, either me or whoever is in here next, you won't get confused by those files that are left in there. Okay. So
we're doing the tax code one first?
Always. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is normally 4 columns. And so we're going to delete out these first 4.
We're going to delete columns A, B, C, and D.
Just delete them.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And then you just, from there, you just delete out your top row.
We do our normal thing.
Yep. I go in here and do this part, make it to 3 decimals.
So make column C 3 decimals.
And then I just pretty them up.
Okay. Which that is normal.
And then do a file, save as. Did I do this too quick? Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Desktop.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yep.
And I always have to go up here because it doesn't stick for some reason.
I agree. Now, are we still saving as an Excel file, or are we changing that, or?
From here, then, you change it as your text tab delimited.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes. And then when you go to close out of it, you click Don't Save.
Okay.
Okay. Here it is.
Now that file name is okay. 8717 trackabout _ tax code. We don't have to change that.
Nope. I ran this report this morning and it worked fine. So
okay.
Not an issue.
Okay.
So now we go over to this one.
Okay. And you just double clicked on it. Okay.
Yep.
Now we're doing the customers.
Yeah, and this one there are basically it's A through T was what we had before.
Okay.
But we don't need A in here. If you leave A in here, the report won't run.
Now I just missed what you did. Did you just delete it?
Yep.
You just deleted column A.
I just highlighted it.
And delete it.
And delete.
Okay.
Now the other ones that are left is these last 4.
U, V, W, X. What about Y?
Yeah, you're right. That's Y.
U, V, W, X, and Y. So the last 5.
Yep.
What do we do with those?
Those get deleted out also.
Can delete those too?
Yep.
Okay.
Now we're going to delete out this top row like we have
normally
for
do
a long time.
Okay.
And then
spread them out, make them look pretty.
Yeah. You know the drill now. This is kind of old hat, but
there's still something I thought we did with column S, but we'll get to that.
There is. Are you dizzy yet?
I've had a pounding headache since I walked in the door.
Okay, I made that one too big. Don't need that so big.
I had to go across the street to the training center and be around Don Bush, so my head already hurts for the day.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's column S, and how you can always tell is they're all 4
digits.
Yeah, thank you. So you highlight it, then you go up here to general. You guys know this part too. So really the only part that's new is the region piece of it.
I'm not very good, so I'm going to let you keep explaining.
Okay. Okay, so go to custom.
Yep.
Hit your 0. And this is me because I
have to usually count it out.
Know.
Now we're putting how many zeros in there?
15.
15
so
zeros.
This is what I do. I put in my 15. There's 1 in there, so I count to 15 and then I go backwards.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yep.
Then I go back again to double check myself. I feel like I'm mentally disabled or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Hit OK, and it populates how it should. That's what it should look like. Then I do the row height, which is 15.
Which is already done.
Oh, it's already done?
Yep, they did it for us, looks like.
And the wrap text.
Now, did you just turn wrap text? You just turned it back on, right? Because wrap text was already done for us.
By who?
If you notice, you just turned wrap text back on.
Uh-huh.
You wanted to turn it off, right?
No, you want to turn it on.
You do? Okay.
That's the way the instructions were that I had from when we started, anyway, when I started.
That's fine. Let's...
Okay, I'm going to do it like how I would normally do it. Okay, wrap text.
Yeah.
And then do the 15. Normally it will expand a little bit on some of them, but this isn't doing that.
And that's totally cool. Keep in mind, it's been a while since I've done it. That's why
That's fine, too. Okay, now we're going to do the... We're all done.
Okay.
Got it all prettied up. I think it's legible enough.
I do, too.
And do file save as.
Desktop?
Yep. Except it doesn't work because it stays on there, so you got to scroll this up to the top, FYI.
Yep. Now what are we saving it as?
Well, once you start typing in there, it's weird that it doesn't show up, and I'm not sure exactly why. It's actually, this is, when you look up here, it says the track about tax code, and it's 8717. So this file, you're going to start with 8716. I just know that because I've done it. Okay.
Now are we saving
and it has the CSV on the end, but under here, we're going to still do it under the tax delimited.
Gotcha.
That's the change, and that's in here also in the instructions.
Okay.
And then you hit save, and it's going to go to our desktop, like it should. Yes, I want to save it that way. Then I'm going to come up here.
Because we're done with this now.
Yep, and don't save. And it's right over here. I'll move it up there.
Cool.
Okay, now we're going to go into Internet Explorer. Good, I like that you have it minimized. Where is your, how come you don't have track about in here?
I do. If you click here, I have a bajillion and a half favorites. So
Okay.
Just hit sign in.
I'm going to actually do it twice.
Okay. Nope, this is a little arrow thingy. There you go.
Because we're going to need 2 of them.
Okay. Okay, nope, keep going. Keep moving.
Yes. You want one? Okay, but you want 1 or 2? Okay.
We are taking a momentary 5-second break here.
You just want 1?
Because we're waiting for track about to load, and Bradley Benda, who is one of our ops managers, is being a pain in the ass at the moment.
Yeah.
Say hi to the folks at home, Brad. Now Brad's walking away.
Don't worry, I'll get to you.
Alright, I'm done picking on Brad. just teasing you.
Okay, this is what I do. I go in here and log in here, and then I log in another one.
Oh, because you just want to see your tax code on one and your customers on the other, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Integration. Do the tax regions. Huh?
I smell Mickey D's.
Fries? Can I have fries with that?
No, this is completely normal.
Okay.
Do we do the tax code one?
Did I make you nervous?
Upload. This is the moment of truth, ladies and
Troy was
gentlemen.
gonna go.
Is it going to work, or is it
Jump my butt before
or is it going to bomb out? Trackabou's working hard. Please wait. I will notate that if you are running these, I have noticed myself in the past that if you're trying to multitask, don't. Trackabout is kind of a finicky pain in the ass, and if you try multitasking, it will lock up, and you'll have to do it over. So there you go. You'll see the bulk load rental tax regions file process successfully. So we're good there with the tax code. Now let's go ahead and let's do the customers. Import customer info. Choose your file.
These have to be chosen this way.
Yep, I always just say 3, 1, and 2. Top to bottom. 3, 1, and 2. And import. And we're going to see if this works. Crossing our fingers.
It should, because it worked earlier today, so.
Crossing our fingers. Trackabout's working hard. Please wait. Again, do not multitask. If you try multitasking, this sometimes locks up.
I did put on here that once it's done, to go up here and delete out your files.
Oh, okay. Trackabout's working hard. Please wait. It's spinning. By golly, I think it's going to work. Man, that's a lot of extra work for just that one tiny little step.
Yeah, but you have to figure, because we're adding all of these locations in there now.
Mm-hmm.
We're adding all of the Wisconsin locations. And coming up, just
That's
FYI,
why.
it's going to be even bigger, because we're going to add Aberdeen, Fargo, Mankato, and Wilmer.
Yep.
So that's why.
There it is. Customers were successfully imported. We have 2 new customers created. So that
There's for your screenshot.
there's your screenshot, Mike Mitchell. Everything was successful.
He knows how to do that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So this concludes our little video. Thank you very much, Michelle, for showing us. And if you have any questions, feel free to call.